let's just see how much snow we're actually gonna find up in the Tug Hill Plateau region. So, being closer to the Great Lakes here, this area, unsurprisingly, catches a lot of wind. So, we've come up to this area here in the beginning of the, beginning of the north side of the Tug Hill Plateau, and we see lots of windmills. I mean, it gets windy here, so why not? You can see the snow that has just accumulated over time on the sides of the roads is definitely higher here than it is anywhere else. And the further we go down this way, the higher the snowpack seems to get. So I've always been somewhat of a weather nerd. In fact, I probably would have become a meteorologist had I been a little less incompetent with math and maybe a little bit better disciplined on myself with that. So part of that interest in weather includes having a fascination with places that get a lot of snow. And this is the place to be if you like snow, the Tug Hill Plateau. Oswego County is known for snow, and the Tug Hill Plateau, which includes the western part of Oswego County, that's especially so, because you got the elevation that sort of helps it out a little bit here. And so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to meet with a woman who does the official measurements for the National Weather Service in this area, the Redfield, New York area. And she's going to tell us a little bit about just how much snow this place gets and what it's like living in a place that gets this snowy.
Welcome to Redfield, New York. We have been called the snowiest place east of the Rockies. We've been the snowiest on the East Coast. We have about 284 inches average per season, and we're known for kind of like the lake effect capital of the world. We have had as much as 141 inches of snowfall in 10 days. We've had 62 inches fall in 48 hours. Our biggest snow total ever was 424.25 inches. That was back in 1996, 97. So we haven't quite broke that record yet. I only have records for the past 25 years, but I have that hope that, you know, maybe we could break that 425. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so 400. So imagine that, 425 inches of snow in one winter.
Yeah.
In one winter. That is, I can't even imagine. I mean, obviously that may not be all at one time, but still over the course of just what, 4 or 5 months. Holy, you know what? That's a lot of snow. How much in one day?
Well, probably the most we've had probably around 42 inches in a day. There's one event that we actually had about 6 inches an hour at one point, and of course it didn't continue too many hours, but still you can get a foot in 2 hours. When the lake effect, you know, the temperature of the lake and everything fits together, and it comes off Lake Ontario and pretty much dumps right here.
So there's all of these numbers about just how crazy the snow really is here. But I mean, what's it like living full on? I mean, there's not a lot of people that live around here. Not a lot of people like snow as much as me, or as much as Carolyn, who really likes the snow. And so, you know, what's it like living in a place that gets this much snow?
Well, I think the key is always been you stay ahead of it, okay? So when you know there's a storm coming, you prepare. And after so many years, you realize that you're not going to jump up in the morning and just drive out of your driveway. It's going to take some effort and some time, especially if we get 2-3 feet of snow overnight. It's all about being prepared. And like you said, when you enjoy something, when you like it, you're at home. It's just part of your life. You'll see if you look around, we shovel not only the ground, but we shovel our roofs. that can cause a lot of damage if you don't keep up with it.
Certainly, and you'll notice a lot driving around here that if something has been abandoned, it probably hasn't been abandoned for too long, and you could tell right away because the roof will have caved in, or it'll kind of be slanted over a little bit, and you don't see that so much in other places. And you could tell just from that you know, it gets a lot of snow here, because if you don't clean off the roof, then you're gonna have a problem.
You're gonna have snow inside. And a lot of the builders know that. And again, a lot of these places, some are older, but a lot of the newer places have been built just for that, for the reason to hold more snow load.
If you really want to get to see the Tug Hill Plateau, snowmobiling is definitely recommended. See, these guys have the right idea. That's how you get around in the Tug Hill Plateau. Sometimes they don't continue plowing the road after a certain point, as you can see right here. But that's all right. Luckily, there's a lot of other ways to get around here on roads that they do plow in the winter. So if this happens to you, don't freak out. Just turn around and loop back around from where you came, and you should be fine. So this is the Salmon River Falls unique area, and it's close to the town of Redfield. We're gonna visit the falls that probably look really nice and icy now. Hey, so there it is, Salmon River Falls, right up here in the Tug Hill Plateau of upstate New York. So even in the wintertime, it's actually really close. This viewpoint here is actually really close to the parking area. Now, if you come here in the wintertime, one thing that you still can't do is actually park in the parking area because they don't really plow it out. But if you park along the road and just take a few steps in, it's really not that far. It's pretty easily accessible, and the snow is packed down enough here that you really have no difficulty at all walking in through here. If you just have regular snow boots on, you should be fine, and you can check out this really gorgeous view.